So now we're going to get into where this is all coming from. This is a book from the 15th century. It's a picture of the devil, you know, and this is something, you know, Muslims used to sometimes depict things, Kitab al-Bulhan. But I want you to look at his hands. You see this sign? I don't even want to do it on film because people will take a clip and then have me in one of those pictures doing that sign. It's an evil sign. Don't do these signs, right? And kids watch Spider-Man and then they want to do the sign because Spider-Man does it, right? And you don't want to be a Spider-Man, right? You want to be a human man, right? Not an arachnoid, a humanoid. These signs, even this one, which I don't like doing, but that sign, Muslims should not do that sign. That actually comes out of magic. These are signs that were, they're magical signs. We have no symbols in our religion. Even the crescent and the moon, it's a Seljuk tradition. The Prophet ﷺ had no symbols in his religion. It's one of the miracles of our religion. We do things in cultures, this is urf, where you greet people. Even some of the ulama considered waving to be makruh because they said it was isharat al-nasara. And you see this in the books. I mean, that for me is a little extreme. I don't follow that. But that was my point, is they were very cautious about these symbols because they know these symbols have meanings. This is why gangs do all these symbols, right? Because this is demonic stuff. So that is a very important symbol. Now, this is what they worship, these Satanists, Baphomet. If you notice, he's androgynous, so it's a male-female mixture. Also making these signs. You see the signs he's making using this sign because 11 is the devil's number. Because 11 is 1 beside 1. And you will notice that in their numerology, they use 11 a lot. And they like multiples of 11. 11, 22, 33, 66. They like these multiples. Imam al-Ghazali says in their magic, they know the secrets of numbers. And so they use numbers. The Prophet ﷺ, when they used magic on him, they blew on 11 knots. 11 uqda. And this is why the Mu'awwidhatayn has 11 ayahs. Because it protects against their magic. So this is real stuff, people. I'm not making this up. This is real stuff. You either believe it or you don't. And if you don't, it's at your own peril. But this is real stuff. Sihr is a reality in the world. And people practice magic. And one of the practices is through the eyes, seducing the eyes in television and spectacle. It's the sihr of the ayun. You can see Madonna imitating here Baphomet, right? Because she's one of them, and she's a numerologist. She is a numerologist. She practices numerology. This is Lady Gaga, that everybody's gaga about. People tell me, you know, oh, you've got a lot of followers on your Twitter or something like that. I don't even know. I did Twitter one time and regretted it. But people said, and I said, to me that means nothing. Lady Gaga's got tens of millions of followers. So the devil has plenty of followers on Twitter. It means nothing. We want to be on the account with God. Right? We want to have the angels following us. Pleased with us, happy about what we're doing. Now, Maleficent, you could see Disney, they used to have films where the witch was evil, and now they entice them. This is the fitna. They make a beautiful, they used to make them old hags. If you see the old film, the witch was an old hag, but we get them by degrees. Now they take somebody that many people consider a very beautiful woman, and they put her in Baphomet's mask, and then it becomes seductive. He takes people by degrees. I mean, what is this? Why are they doing this? Why are you wearing horns? We're human beings. We're not demons. And then you can see these signs. Why do they use these symbols? Now this man over here, LaVey, this guy right here, Anton LaVey started the Church of Satan. He wrote a Satanic Bible, and he explained that symbol that they're all doing, that you saw on that Muslim graphic of the devil, that symbol, he said, was a curse symbol of devils. That's the way they put curses on people. Right? And you've got people at rock concerts, they're all doing it, thinking it's cool. Marilyn Manson was a follower of Anton LaVey. He has tens of thousands of people go to his rock concerts. He has them openly denounce God. Openly. He says, I want you all to reject God tonight. And they all do it. So this is real stuff, people. He's very committed to this. He's a minister in the Church of Satan. And they use music. Because music is fitna. It's enticing. It sucks you in. You like it. It's enjoyable. This is what he looked like when he was a little kid. And this is one of their symbols also. They use astrological symbols. This is him on stage. This was a cover of the Beatles because John Lennon was heavily involved in magic. He was a follower of Aleister Crowley, who was a magician and has massive influence on Western civilization. He's one of these unknown influences. But they followed him. They're in doctor suits with abortion. The Warner Brothers was so disturbed by this that they covered it over. Now this has no shock value for people in the West. But in those days it had shock value. But this was an album cover that they chose. Because they believed in free sex. Free sex necessitates abortions because people get unwanted pregnancies. Right? This is khutawat al-shaytan. That's how he takes people. That's why Allah says, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, right? Allah says, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ. Don't kill your children out of fear of poverty, but then, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الْفَوَاحِشِ. Don't go near the fawahish that will make you want to kill your children. There they are doing these symbols. You see, and this is another symbol. Even though it means okay, it's actually a demonic symbol that represents 666. There you can see in the background doing the symbol, the Masonic hand. This is a Masonic symbol. When you see them doing that, it's a Freemasonic symbol. The number 23 in numerology is one of their numbers. Now look at this young girl, mashallah. So wholesome, this Disney girl, right? Look at her. Just wholesome Disney girl, country singer, right? Hannah Montana. If you notice, they use also backwards. It's haram to recite the Quran backwards. This is well known because in magic they recite things backwards. Aleister Crowley taught them to learn how to talk backwards. John Lennon actually knew how to speak backwards. There's recordings of him speaking backwards. And they do backmasking on their albums where they actually play things in reverse. Led Zeppelin, followers of Aleister Crowley, did this on one of their albums. So you're getting literally magical messages. Hannah can be spelled either way, forward and backward. Hannah, right? Oprah, what's her production company's name? Harpo. So when you see these backward things, you know you're dealing with people that are into this magic. Now, here's Miley, right? I mean, it's unbelievable. And this, with her little horn hair, right? What is this? She had millions of followers of little kids in America, and this is what she turned into. And if you look, you see, where did she get that? Kali. A demon from the Hindu tradition of destruction, because this is a destroyer of the innocence of youth. She has literally, she's possessed by Kali. And she couldn't stop putting her tongue out. She was even asked, why do you do that? She said, I feel compelled to do it. Because this is who's really moving things around, Kali. A demon. And we believe in demonic possession, people. One Direction. Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met. I mean, look at this. I only know we only met, but let's pretend it's love. And never, never, never stop for anyone, meaning your parents or God. Whoa, 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 whoa. That should be whoa, like slow down. But it's not. It's tonight, let's get some. Okay, and most of you, I don't know if you have these idioms in Malay English, but in American English, that is a very clear idiom about, I don't think I need to say anymore. So let's pretend it's love. In other words, it's lust, but let's pretend it's love. And just get some. This is promoting free sexuality. And don't think that they put that Muslim in there by accident or because he was talented. They knew exactly what they were doing. Zayn Malik is a minion of these people. This is a simple fact and a reality. And I'll say it openly and publicly. This is being live streamed. People can make fun of me. They can laugh at me. They can think I'm crazy. They said the same thing about the Prophet ﷺ, so I'm not ashamed of being called Majnoon. If they could say it about the best of creation, then who am I to reject that honorific title from the people it comes from? Channeling, the act or practice of serving as a medium through which a spirit purportedly communicates with living persons. That's the definition of channeling. A lot of these actors believe in channeling. So they actually invoke spirits.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shirley MacLaine.
When people ask me, who is my role model in this business, I say you, Jack. I think why you're my role model has to do with the way you relate to vanity, or the lack of it. I mean, I have to tell you, I just adore the fact that you don't care how you look. I adore how you commit to the part. You don't care about your little bald spots. You don't care about your stomach. Remember that wonderful stomach. You don't care about your wrinkles. This is all extremely important to me. Doing a love scene with Jack Nicholson is absolute middle-aged bliss. I mean, to lie in bed and rehearse a love scene, it's so funny, it's so spontaneous, it's so open. We're lying in bed and we're rehearsing the astronaut Garrett Reed love scene. He's explaining to Aurora what it was like to walk on the moon. She's loving it. And then we launched into the first take, and two voices came out of you. Do you remember this? Two voices, and they were simultaneous words, but they were two levels of sound. And I looked over at you. You were amazed. I was amazed, and you said, "Well, sure, Cheryl, I'm many different people." I said, "No, Jack, you're channeling."
So, I'm many different people. That's literally what the devil says in the New Testament. When he's asked what his name is, he says, "My name is Legion." Right? A lot of different names. Two-toned, coming out, two voices at the same time. That's clear. They do what's called method acting, where they invoke. Crowley said the quickest way to invoke a spirit is through acting. So they do a method technique, and they stay in character for the entire film. Jack Nicholson, in some films, scared people because he would play psychopaths. And he would stay in character even when the filming wasn't being filmed. And it was like he was possessed, because that's what they do. Heath Ledger, who played the Joker, and that had previously been played by Jack Nicholson, when he was killed, they told Jack Nicholson and asked him what he thought. He said, "I warned him about that role." That's what he had to say. So this is Anton LaVey. The birth of TV was a magical event foreshadowing its satanic significance. TV's infiltration has been so gradual. You see, khutuwat, it goes slowly, so gradual, so complete that no one even noticed. So people, 50 years ago, you couldn't have shown the violence. It's gradual, but now it's happened. People say, what happened? It was slow. It took time. Shaitan has till Yawm al-Qiyamah. Anzirni. Give me time. And Allah said, you have till Yawm al-Qiyamah. And he said, I'm going to get them all. I'll get them all. He has time. He's slow. He works slow. He works at you slowly. Shaitan takes his time. People don't need to go to church anymore. They get their morality plays from television and the movies. That's what teaches them morality. Many of you already read my writings indicating that TV is the new God. There is a little thing I neglected to mention up till now. Television is the major mainstream infiltration for the new Satanic religion. Anton LaVey wrote this. Now, this is a man who had several actors and actresses that were his followers. They were literally his followers. So he's not talking as some kind of marginalized. This is somebody who had influence in Hollywood. And one of his followers had a heavy influence on many of the major directors in the United States.